coming to the second method, which is basically known as the master method, and it is a direct method through which we can calculate the result. Okay. It is the master method which we are going to discuss is known as the Cook-Book method also. Okay. What we are saying that the master method is also used to solve the recurrence equations. Okay. The master method which we are discussing here is also used to solve the recurrence equation. Okay. Master method. In the master method, we are saying that if we are having the for the constant, let's say if a is greater than or equal to 1 and b is greater than 1, and we see that let fn be a function, and we say let tn, that is the running time of the input, be defined on non-negative integers by the recurrence equation, and equation is the form of t of n is equal to at n upon b plus f of n. I am not writing the complete master method theorem here. Basically, I am discussing it in the short. Basically, the main concept and the working I am discussing here, and you will get the concept clear. Okay. This is basically the recurrence equation, which is of the form a t n is equal to a t n upon b plus f n, where a is a constant and b is a constant, and the value of a should always be greater than or equal to 1, and b should always be greater than 1. And fn is basically the combined time. Then when we apply the master method, there are basically three cases. Case 1, case 2, and case 3. Just remember these three cases and you will get that result. What they are doing, just try to understand what they are doing. They are saying that we are first calculating the value of n raised to power log base b of a. Just calculate the value of n raised to power log base b of a. A we can get from here, b we can get from here, and we can include this. Now compare this result with the function f of n. Now compare this result with the function f of n. Okay, getting my point? Now we are checking the growth rate of fn compared to this function, and we say that if fn function is asymptotically and polynomially smaller than n raised to power log base b of a, that is, we are saying that if the growth rate of fn is smaller than the growth rate of n raised to power log a base b, that is, n raised to power log a base b is acting as the upper bound. Upper bound is denoted by big O, and we are subtracting a small term epsilon from here, where epsilon is a constant greater than 0. Then the running time is denoted by, then the running time is t of n is equal to n raised to power log base b of a. Okay. Case 2. Case 2 say that if the growth rate of fn is similar to the growth rate of n raised to power log a base b, but that is both functions are having the same growth rate, that is fn is equal to theta of n raised to power log base b of a. Okay. Then the running time is denoted by t of n is equal to theta of n raised to power log base b of a multiplied by LB of n. Okay. And the third case is that if the growth rate of fn is larger than the growth rate of n raised to power log base b of a, that is, if for fn function, if n raised to power log base b is acting as a lower bound, Okay. Then we add some small term epsilon, small constant epsilon, where epsilon is greater than 0, and this condition is satisfied. That is, the growth rate of Fn is larger than the growth rate of irrational log base b of a, and we are adding some constant epsilon. Then also this is true. Then we check the regularity condition. Then we check a regularity condition, and regularity condition is that a f n upon b, a f n upon b should be less than or equal to c times of fn for all constant less than 1, less than or equal to c f n upon n for all constant less than 1. If these two conditions are satisfied, then the running time is denoted by theta of n raised to power, so theta of f, theta of fn. Just notice that if you know, check the answer, what are the answers there? The answer is basically in terms of the function having growth rate higher. In the first case, you notice that in first case the growth rate of n raised to log a base b is greater than fn, and the answer is n raised to log a base b. In the third case, the growth rate of fn is larger, because we are using omega here. The growth rate of fn is larger, as the answer is in terms of fn. In second case, as both are having the same growth rate, hence we multiply the any other term, either use n raised to log a base b or you use fn, multiply by it again, and this is the answer. Okay, this is simple theorem through which we are calculating the answer. But just remember here that we are subtracting epsilon from here and we are adding epsilon here. What does it mean? Just try to understand that this means that fn should not be asymptotically smaller, but it should be polynomially smaller than this. Polynomially is smaller than n raised to log a base b, then only the answer is this. Similarly, in this case, we are saying that fn should not be asymptotically larger than this, but it should be polynomially larger than n raised to log a base b, then only the answer will be this, also satisfying the regularity condition. What does this polynomially smaller or larger means? You can say that what I am saying is, if I am saying that if fn is equal to big O of n raised to power log base b of a, then it means fn is asymptotically larger. But I am saying that if I subtract a very small term from the power of n raised to log a base b, a small constant, and then also the growth rate of fn is larger than n raised to log base b, then we say that fn is polynomially larger. Similar is the situation with case 3. Okay. Now taking a few examples, I am covering 3 examples here to make you understand. The first example is let's say we consider the recurrence equation of Marshall method. Okay. The recurrence equation of Mermel's. It was T of n is equal to 2t n upon 2 plus fn. What is the and fn was you can say theta of n or constant n. What is the running time of this equation? Okay. Now to calculate the running time, I have told you first you have to calculate this value. Okay. Here you will check that the value of a is 2 compared to this equation. The value of b is 2. Okay, b is 2, and fn is n. Okay, fn is n. Now calculating n raised to power log base b of a, you will get n raised to power log. The value of b is 2 and a is 2, and it will be n. Now compare fn versus n raised to power log base b of a. Okay. When you compare the value of fn is n versus n, both are having the same growth rate. Hence it means that case 2 will be applied. Both are having the same growth rate. Hence case 2 is applied. And the answer is T of n is equal to 2. T of answer is theta of n raised to log a base b, which is n multiplied by LTU. You notice that the answer of this this question, this merge sort, when we solved by recursion tree method, it was theta of n log n, and when we are solving this equation with the help of master method, then also by applying the case 2, the answer is this. You have to write which case we are applying. Okay. Now, taking the second example. Okay. I am covering 3 examples to make you understand this topic. Okay. Taking the second example, let's say T of n is equal to 2Tn upon 2 plus n square. Okay. Here also you notice that the value of A is 2, the value of B is 2, and Fn is n square. Okay. Now compare Fn. Now calculating n raised to power log A base B. When we calculate n raised to power log base B of A, it will be n raised to power log 2 of 2, that is n. Now compare Fn versus n raised to power log base B of A. Fn is n square versus n. You notice that the growth rate of Fn is larger than this. The growth rate of Fn is larger than this. That is, case 3 can be applied. But when we are applying case 3, we have to check the regularity condition, and through regularity condition we have to calculate the value of C, and the value of C should be less than 1. Now checking the regularity condition, it is A f n upon B should be less than or equal to C of Fn. Okay. The value of A is 2 and B is 2. It will be 2 times of f of n upon 2 should be less than or equal to C of f of 2. Okay. Sorry, C of f of n. And the f of n is basically n square. F of n is basically n square. Hence it is C into n square. Okay. Now Fn is n square. Then what will be Fn upon 2? It will be n by 2 whole square, that is n square by 4. Okay. It will be n square by 4. It will be n square by 4. Now substituting here, it will be 2 times of n square by 4 should be less than or equal to C times of n square. N square is cancelled by n square, 4 is cancelled by 2, and C is greater than or equal to half. C is greater than or equal to half. That is, if we take C is equal to half, then this regularity condition is satisfied. Hence we say case 3 can be applied in this problem. As case 3 can be applied in this problem, hence the running time of this equation is Tn is equal to theta of Fn. And the answer is T of, by case 3, T of n is equal to theta of Fn, and Fn is n square. The answer is always denoted in terms of function having larger growth rate. If both functions are having similar growth rate, then we multiply it with the factor log. Okay. Taking the last example for this, let's say, taking the last example of master method. Let's say if T of n is equal to 2T n upon 2 plus n log n. Is master method can be applied on this question or not? Okay. One thing, just remember that if I take a function log of n and I take a function n raised to power n, and a is greater than 0 for all a, where a is a constant, for all a greater than 0 where a is a constant, n raised to power a always act as an upper bound for log n. That is, or you check change it to epsilon. Just remember this point. If epsilon is a constant greater than 0, just remember it is just greater than 0, then the growth rate of energy by epsilon is always larger than log n. Whether we take the value of epsilon as 0.000000001, how much small value we take the epsilon, there is a one value of n will come when the growth rate of this function will be greater than log n. Okay. So when we solve this question, the value of a is here is 2, b is 2, and fn is n LGN. Okay. Calculating n raised to power log base b of a, it will be n. When you solve it, it will be n. Compare fn versus n LGN. When you compare, the fn is n versus n LGN. Sorry, fn versus n raised to power log a base b. Compare fn versus n raised to power log a base b. Log base b of a. Fn is n LGN. Fn is n LGN versus n. Now try to understand. If you compare these two functions, here the concept of polynomial larger will come when we multiply with log n. The growth rate of fn is larger. That is, fn is asymptotically larger than this. That is, I am saying that the growth rate of this function is larger than this. That is, case 3 can be applied. That is, case 3 can be applied. I am not saying that it is applied. It can be applied as the growth rate of this function is larger. But it is asymptotically larger. Now we are questioning, is fn polynomial larger than this? That is, for polynomial larger, we have to add a small term in the power of n square log a base b. The power of n square log a base b is 1, and we add a small term in this. Okay, it will become like this. Now comparing. Compare n LGN with n is equal to 1 plus epsilon. Okay. For polynomial, we have to add a small term. Okay. Now it is n multiplied by LGN versus it is n multiplied by n is equal to epsilon. Now compare. Both are having the same growth rate, n and n is same growth rate, and the growth rate of log n is smaller than this for when we increase the value of n. That is, now the growth rate of overall this function, as the growth rate of log n is smaller than n to the power epsilon, and the overall growth rate of this function is smaller than n is equal to log a base b. That is, fn is asymptotically larger than n is equal to log a base b, but not polynomially larger. Hence, we say that in this question, master method cannot be applied. Okay.